Welcome to another day of coloring this beautiful door in Enchanted Forest. And today I am going to add more green to the leaves because I have a feeling that the green will help me to get the colors right. I did some homework. I added some light colors here in the top of the wall and here. But I will now do those leaves first. And I did some testing and I'm going to use this polychromos pencil, juniper green, wacholdergroen. I have to practice my German, I'm afraid. Because I have family living in Germany, my brother and his family, and my two nephews, they do speak Dutch. But you know, the longer they live there and go to school, the better they speak German. And more German words are coming from them. I think that after this episode of this door in Enchanted Forest, I will have to take a break from this door, because just like the Secret Garden page, I have a strong feeling that this page needs some rest, and then I can put it away and look at it with a fresh look. And there is another reason as well, because I'm very busy at the moment doing all sorts of creative things, but I am working on a video for the choir that I am singing in. So that is not a video about coloring, but it is a teaser for our next large concert. Next November we will be singing 2 pieces of Mozart, the famous Requiem, but also another piece. It's a Mass, and that is a very, very nice piece of music. It gives you the feeling of just a happy Sunday morning. Yeah, just having a cup of tea, reading a book, and then with this Mass in the background, just joyous music. I will now add the same color, juniper green, to the leaves, just a slight touch. I don't want to look them exactly the same as the grass I just colored, but so I am now working on a video, a teaser for the choir, and we are starting a crowdfunding, because a concert like this is extremely expensive. We have to hire a complete orchestra, and well, that is expensive. So I'm making this teaser, but also there needs to be a crowdfunding video. And although I love making those videos, and I'm happy that I can help out, It means that I have less time for coloring, but that is temporary. So let's now add some greens to these little leaves. And I am going for a light green. And let's use this Luminance Carandash Spring Green. I'm not covering the entire leaf, I'm leaving some areas without this color. So this color really helps to give me direction, and in the end I will make shadows on the wall, so the leaves will cast a shadow on the wall, and maybe I can do a little bit of shadowing right now. Okay, now this is a precision, I need to be very precise, and this would be a great test if Prismacolor Premieres can do this job. So I'm going to use this cool gray. I just found out that I have very little cool gray tones in the Prismacolor set that I have. But that is okay, I have so many others in the other sets. So I know that the light comes from the right, because we did that with the door as well. You see, the light comes like this. So that will be the same for the leaves. I'm very careful with this. Now because I color it so light, I can alter the shape of the shadow in a later stadium. And that is important because in the end I always want to change things, and now at this point I keep the shadows pretty close to the leaves, and that would suggest that the leaves are pretty close to the wall. It could be that I will eventually change the shadows so the leaves will look, some leaves will look like there is more distance between them and the wall. I think shading is one of the most joyful things of coloring and drawing in general, because I think the shadows will make such a great difference, and it will allow the drawing to come alive. So far I think the Prismacolor is doing its job fine. I just sharpened it. I have to say, I used to have problems with sharpening these pencils, but I read on the internet that Prismacolor, the company, is advising customers to place broken pencils, so pencils with a broken lead, to place them in the sun so they can warm up, and then the wax in the lead can melt a little bit, and when cooling down the lead will strengthen itself. And I did that. I left all my pencils in the sun for outside for about 1.5 to 2 hours. So it was a warm day, and I have to say there is a difference when I sharpen them. The consistency of the tip seems less brittle. Is that a good word? I think it is. It's more like there are no chunks breaking off or dust coming off of it. So I believe that this sun treatment really does something positive for the pencils. Some of the pencils are still having issues with breakage, so when I sharpen them the tip will fall the point of the tip of the pencil will fall out of the pencil. So maybe those pencils need a second sun treatment, I don't know. So let's just take a step back and see what I just did. It is very subtle at this point. And let's do some work on this. Look here, this is strange because the branch is behind the lamp, and that is okay, but here this is strange. This would suggest there is a space behind this, whatever you call it. So what if there was a space? Then that would tell us, could tell by the shadow. So let's make space for this branch. That would indicate that there would be a bigger shadow over here. Now again, I will do this very, very light. There was a time that I didn't want to use an eraser. And that had everything to do with the thought I had that erasing would indicate failure. So if I erase, it means that I had made a mistake. And Miss Perfectionist in me just didn't want to hear about making mistakes. So I refused to erase. But I've come to terms with this beautiful device, an eraser. And Miss Perfectionist in me is slowly losing her grip. And that is a good thing, I think. I think many people will still think that I am a perfectionist. I don't think I will ever be completely cured from that. I think this is working. Now I already did some work on this dragon and well, actually I'm not really happy about it, but I don't know where to go, so I leave it for now. But I would like to add some shadows under the dragon, and I'm using a darker gray than I just did with the leaves, And this is a Polychromos Gold Gray number 6. And I'm starting with the area behind the tail. And it is becoming very clear immediately that this Polychromos pencil is so much more precise than the Prismacolor Premiere. So the Prismacolor is doing fine, but this is so much easier. This takes less steering. It's so much easier. So when it comes to very detailed work, I really prefer these Polychromos pencils. But I don't think that is a surprise, because many artists already wrote or made videos about this subject. This is just the first layer of the shadow. More is coming. And because I'm not sure yet which colors I want to use for the dragon, I can wait with coloring. But oh, I'm making a mistake here. You know, I'm not using color yet because I don't know which colors I want to use, but I can make a start with adding shadows. And sometimes the shadows will help me to determine which colors I can use. I really don't like the reds I used, so I think I'm going to get rid of that red. There is a very nice color for shadows in my Enchanted set, and that is this one, Hydrangea Blue. And you can find it in the volume 9 dull tone. And it is dark blue, purple, and it works very well on this paper, on this very smooth paper in my Enchanted Forest copy. Now this may seem like a strange choice for a shadow, but in summertime the shaded areas have a blue haze. And I love summer, and I love blue, so why not put a little bit of blue in the shadows. And just like the polychromos pencils, these Enchanted are very precise. That is because they have very hard lead. I was coloring somewhere where you cannot see. Now here this is turning out beautiful. Let's see if I can get a bit closer. This looks beautiful. So although these shadows look very subtle at this point, they eventually will make the difference, because they will helped the drawing to look more three-dimensional. So this is the result so far, and I think I will take a break from this drawing, and hopefully, well, I'm pretty sure about it. After the break there will be lots of new ideas to go to the next phase with this drawing. So I think it will be about 2 weeks before I will start coloring this particular drawing again. And in the meantime I will post other videos, which hopefully you will enjoy as well. Bye bye!